Hey everybody, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Pint Pals Podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you go down and click on the little subscribe button and then hit the little ding bell. And later, if you get annoyed of looking at Lucas and myself, you can go ahead and hit the unsubscribe, but then go over to Spotify and drop us a follow. Or if you like to listen on iHeartRadio, Apple, or Google Podcasts, we appreciate you all. Now it's time to open up a cold one, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Pint Pals Podcast. It is I, Lucas.
And my name's Nate.
And today we're going to do kind of like a catch-up episode because I know we haven't recorded in roughly about a month. And we hopefully might have to do it over Zoom. But we need to do a St. Patty's Day episode because it is this week.
Can we just drink a bunch of beers right now and just call it a St. Patty's Day? I'm sure you have some food coloring.
I don't want to put food coloring in these beers.
You don't want to put food coloring in it? Make it green and just call it a St. Patty's Day episode?
Absolutely
I feel like
not.
that's the same equivalence.
The beers that we have this week, though, are 3 of the 4 beers from one of the Imprint collaboration 4-packs.
Collaboration with who? Do you remember?
Each of these beers was a beer made with a different brewery.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The fourth one, which I had separately on a different TikTok video, I believe you can scroll back through and see what I said about it. It was a pineapple rum-based beer, essentially, and it tasted like a tropical cocktail.
That's something I wanted to ask the guys on the other podcast was what was their favorite kind of liquor to go with? What's your favorite kind of liquor?
What's my favorite kind of liquor? Oh, that's tough. I don't really drink a whole lot of liquor, but I would say probably cognac.
Okay.
Or brandy because I enjoy Sidecar. That's my cocktail of choice.
I don't think I've ever had brandy by itself.
By itself, no. I haven't had brandy by itself either. I've only had it in the Sidecar.
Okay. See, I'm a rum person. I just love rum.
I used to be.
It's my go-to.
I used to be.
That's the only thing I can literally drink like straight without like wanting to gag up. I know you and straight liquor doesn't quite go together.
No, it doesn't. That comes right back up as soon as it goes down. And I don't know why. I don't know why my body's like that because you know me. I can drink quite a bit.
Captain Coke though. Captain Coke is the way to go for sure.
I had one too many of those on one day, and I've never had Captain Morgan
but
since.
I have a coworker that loves to get just think of this combination right here. Loves to get a Miller Lite.
That's okay.
Can you guess what kind of liquor goes with the Miller Lite?
Already starting off on the wrong foot.
Okay. Can you guess? Just take a wild guess of what kind of straight liquor shot they like to just drink.
Probably
and
Jack
sip.
Daniels.
Jameson and Miller Lite.
I wouldn't.
She will get a Miller Lite and a little shot glass of Jameson, and we'll sip on the Jameson and drink the Miller Lite. I'm just like, and when we went to our bar, I didn't tell you this, but I did the same thing. I was like, you know what? Let's try this. Let's try some. I actually tried it with Labatt. I tried it with the Jameson. I was like, give me a shot of Jameson. I shit you not though. They filled up the entire shot glass. They didn't do like a normal shot.
Our bar is like essentially a hockey dive bar.
They filled up the whole thing. I was sipping on it, and I was nearly puking. Here I am behind this beam. I'm behind this beam in this crowded place because it was before a game, and I'm just sitting here like.
Here is my bottle of Jameson. Do you happen to see all the dust that's around this bottle?
Yes, I'm already. My family is big on my mom's side.
I don't even know
whenever
why I have this stuff.
Like
I
my
don't
mom's
drink
side.
liquor anymore.
My mom's side doesn't drink, but when we have our family gatherings out camping. Then we're sitting around the campfire. They love to just pour a little bit of Jameson and just sit there and sip
Jameson IPA edition.
Ooh.
It's been aged.
How long ago was that?
It was finished in craft beer barrels.
That's actually pretty neat. I like that. That's pretty neat.
Is this?
But no, I mean,
don't think the seal's even been broken.
Not even opened yet.
I bought this when it came out. I don't think I opened it.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes to like rum, Captain Morgan is my favorite. I love Kraken. Ooh, peanut butter. Whiskey?
Yeah, it's a Screwball. I bought it.
Oh, is that what? No, they were talking about.
No, they were talking.
Is that what they were talking about? Screwball.
Screwball, and I got it because it was like the hype thing to get, and then I just I've had this for at least a year and a half.
Huh.
But this is my go-to. As I say, it's got covered in dust.
Go-to. I haven't touched it in years. It's been 84 years.
This is the liquor that I use in my eggnog.
Okay.
This is my go-to. It is.
Is that a cog? Yeah, is that how you say that?
Cognac.
Cognac.
This is Napoleon's cognac of choice.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So
interesting.
Me and Napoleon have something in common. Here, you like rum?
I do like rum.
Here, take this.
I don't want that though.
No.
I don't.
No, take it home with you.
Oh, you gonna tell me I can sip right now? Finished in rum. It's finished in rum barrel. It's still a whiskey though. I hate whiskey.
It's got that rum spicy finish to it. We're a craft beer podcast for everybody out there, but we're spending the first 5 minutes talking about old liquor bottles that I have in my collection.
I have a ton of in my closet as well.
Give it back to me then.
Oh,
I'll keep it.
On the front and center?
No, I'll keep that. I'll keep it then. It's actually pretty good.
I don't know, man. I was just curious.
I found this in my cellar.
Bird Dog. Oh my gosh.
Bird Dog.
I remember.
It's sealed, man.
I remember being at when you and Alex lived together. That you guys had a ton of that in the.
Alex did, yeah.
Alex did, yeah.
I will say this for everybody out there, and I'll look to the TikTok live as well.
Isn't that high end, Bird Dog?
No, it's not. It's 16.
No?
It's $16 a bottle.
Huh.
But it's 80. It's 80 proof. And this is a fantastic whiskey that if you wanted to do 1 or 2 ingredient cocktails with, highly recommend. Like this strawberry one, you can do like a strawberry lemonade. I do a blackberry lemonade. I get the Bird Dog blackberry, and then I put it in the freezer.
I remember having blackberry a lot. We always just had shots of that when we were in your guys' apartment.
But I can't do the straight shots.
Yeah, I know you can't do the straight shots. Yeah, honestly, anything with peanut butter in it tends to be just a win. Like we had a couple. Was it the last podcast we did? We had that Belching Beaver peanut butter stout. Phenomenal.
So good. We should have got some. I'm mad that we didn't.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't have the chance when we were in Minnesota.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have the peanut butter stout when they were there. Yeah, we didn't get to their tent.
No, we didn't get to their tent, and we also didn't get to go to a bottle shop.
Yeah.
Which was a little.
We still had a really great time, which we're going to talk about here on the podcast since we're done talking about liquor.
Yeah, we're done talking about liquor. We'll actually talk about the stuff that we meant to talk about, because the last episode that we released was the episode that I did with Jordan from the Beer Dabbler. And for everybody out there on TikTok, highly recommend following the Beer Dabbler account. The Beer Dabbler is a company that puts together some really fantastic beer festivals in the Midwest. And the one that we went to was the Winter Beer Dabbler, and it was in.
It was in that place.
It
that
was
place
in,
that we went to.
It was in Minnesota.
Had a hotel
it was
there.
close to Minneapolis, right?
Oh my goodness!
It was between the Twin Cities.
It was a place.
Yeah.
In Minnesota.
It was definitely a place in Minnesota.
I cannot remember. Oh boy.
But
anyway.
I am going to showcase this off. This is our Spoils of War. We stole the early access ticket entrance sign from the Beer Dabbler Winterfest that I was told they were going to throw away anyway, and we put it in our backpack. I was in my backpack, and we flew back with it. So this is now ours, the Beer Dabbler.
Spoils of War.
You know we're in Columbus. If you want it back,
come steal it.
Thunderdome. We'll Thunderdome for this.
This is what happens when, because I think you started to try to take it off, or someone in front of you tried to take it off.
And then they gave up on it.
I
tried, and then I gave up on it because it was double zip ties, and I was trying to save it the best way possible. And you were, you got more messed up. I didn't get drunk. I drank just as much as you did.
Dude,
and
I think my
drunk
strength is beyond believing. I ripped that thing off because I think I throw my whole body into it. I don't just use my arms. I take my whole body and just let it go. And we end up getting 2 signs, but one of them just looked like crap. And this one was
the better of the two.
But
I think my body was like, no, it's too cold for you to be drunk. So we are going to be shivering, and you are going to be expelling this as soon as you essentially drink. I didn't throw up. You didn't throw up, did you?
No, I didn't throw up, and I think part of it was because then we ate right afterwards.
Yeah.
I like how we're informally going into the story. Like, we're not going to tell it from beginning to end. We're just going to put pieces of it out there.
Yeah.
People can just kind of.
I don't even remember where we went to eat afterwards.
We went to another hotel. We didn't go to our hotel.
That's right.
To eat. We went to another hotel to get steak.
Was it? No, I didn't get steak.
I got steak.
You did, yeah.
Because I needed something that was going to fill me up nice and good. Nothing sexual. Yeah. Honestly, the whole event there, the Beer Dabbler, didn't feel drunk at all until we got in that Uber. And once we were in the Uber is when it hit me.
Yeah, and let's
That
talk.
heat.
Let's talk a little bit before the Uber.
Yeah.
Before we actually talk about the whole experience that we had there at Beer Dabbler. Nate wanted to accept a ride from a stranger who was selling Girl Scout cookies with his daughter because they offered to drive us back to the hotel. And we had never met this man before. We spent 30 seconds buying Girl Scout cookies from him. And Nate was... he was like, oh, I can give you guys a ride back to your hotel. And Nate was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And I was like, no, we have an Uber on the way.
He seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeffrey Dahmer seemed like a nice guy at first, too.
Christ. Yeah, I gotta say, not a good moment in my drunk life.
And
not,
also,
not a highlight.
You were cursing at other people coming up.
What?
Yeah, you were cursing at other people because we were waiting by this man and his daughter who were selling Girl
people
Scout
that didn't
cookies.
buy the cookies.
Yeah,
fuck
you were like, buy these fucking Girl Scout cookies. Get your fucking Girl Scout
them.
cookies.
Your cookies.
Go fuck yourself and buy some fucking Thin Mints. And meanwhile, this like 6, 7, 8-year-old girl is just there trying to sell Girl Scout cookies. And you're just cursing at the top of your lungs.
Hey, dude, I'm pretty sure if you look at the records, I'm sure her sales went through the roof. Through the roof.
I'm sure they did because that's
honestly, I'm surprised I didn't get a cut from that.
That was a genius. That was a genius idea on
It
their part
was.
to
Selling
sell Girl Scout
cookies. I mean,
right
look at
outside
me.
of a beer
I
festival.
bought a whole thing of Thin Mints.
That was genius, genius. But anyway, let's talk about the festival itself.
Yeah, can we open a beer first?
Yeah, let's open
I feel
a beer
like
before we do
need
that.
a beer here, and there also we get to that point where they start sweating, and they just are warm by the time we're done.
So
this will be the Imprint Beer Company and Dabbler episode, I'm guessing. Dabbler debrief.
Dabbler debrief.
I didn't put these in any order particularly.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, they're all gonna be good beers. We're fine. This is from a 4-pack, and it's a collaboration 4-pack, and each of these beers was done with a different brewery, but it was Imprint who was like the main brewery behind it. And the first one that I had was a collaboration between Imprint and Wiley Roots. I want to say Colorado, I believe, because they mentioned it.
They mentioned it. Yeah, so I think it's from Colorado.
But this one is the Trip and Dip Smoothie, and it's a collaboration between Imprint Brewing and Tripping Animals, which has become one of our favorite breweries out of Florida. They make a lot of fun.
Are they the ones that had the German chocolate at the
No,
party?
no.
No, that wasn't them?
No. They're the ones that always have like an animal that's literally tripping on drugs because it's tripping animals.
I remember the Tricks one.
And they
yes.
That wasn't them.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
There was a collaboration with them. I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a collaboration with them.
Ingenious and Tripping Animals.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, okay. See?
You're right. But this one is a sour ale with banana, caramelized white chocolate, and a touch of passion fruit. So, should be a delicious beer.
Did you give it a nice little tilt?
Just for that, you can.
No, come on. You like ferociously like twisted this thing. Like
No, I didn't.
it's like you were doing. You know those toys, those kids' toys, when you spin it one way, it makes that sound. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you were twisting it right there. All good. This is actually a different color than I was expecting it to be.
What are you talking about?
I was expecting it to be darker. You said a chocolate.
White chocolate.
Oh, white chocolate. Okay. Well, my listening skills are not great. That is thick, though.
Yeah, the other one that I had was very thick as well. It was like a pineapple, straight up like a pineapple smoothie, and it tasted because it was pineapple, and some other tropical fruits, and it was like rum. It had, I don't know if it was aged in rum or it had like a rum flavor to it, but it was definitely like boozy pineapple, and it was absolutely delicious.
I get straight banana smell.
I am getting
That
straight
is
banana
amazing.
smell as well, which is a little upsetting because I don't care for artificial banana.
Really? I mean, artificial, I guess, yeah.
I also don't like white chocolate, so.
Oh, that is good. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's like a banana smoothie.
That is very good.
That's just a banana smoothie. It is delicious.
That is a banana smoothie. Yeah. Wow. I'm not getting the passion fruit. I'm just getting the banana and white chocolate.
When it comes to passion fruit, though, I don't. When passion fruit's mixed in with other things, I don't ever really pick it up. I just pick up the other stuff.
God, this is delicious.
I also like drinking it when it still has the head on it.
I had this last 4-pack, by the way. I got the last 4-pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But drinking it when it still has a head on it makes it even more of a smoothie texture, which is just wow. And you got this at Perfect Pour?
Absolutely. The only place I do my beer shopping.
Wow. That's I don't know how else to describe other than just a banana smoothie. That's a fun, good drink. Now, with it being a sour, I don't really get the idea of a sour, but
I think it's
more
just
like a
technically
Berliner
in that
Weiss
sour category.
See, what would you say is the biggest difference between a Berliner Weiss and a sour?
More the weediness in the Berliner Weiss, because Berliner Weiss is a sour German wheat beer that focuses on just like fruit and that wheatiness that comes with it.
So I associate them more as being more like this.
This is just a kettle sour.
Okay.
I would say that's all it is. But I mean, a lot of these beers are called sour beers, and they're not sour, but it's because of just the way that they were made.
Okay.
That you really can't call them anything else.
Well, we just come up with our own thing then. Start calling them their own thing.
Yeah,
that's how beers start, right? They got your own. You just come up with your own thing.
Did you see that notification?
Yeah.
Right?
No, we're good. Yeah. Wipe some.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wow. Well, pro scale. We were going to talk about the event.
Yeah,
we
let's
got
talk about the event.
sidetracked by this.
We got the so
the beer dabbler,
the Winterfest. It was definitely cool to be at, because I don't think I've ever been to a festival that was outside during the wintertime.
Yeah,
let alone in a frozen tundra of a state.
But like the next day, it was gonna be like in the 40s.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
The day we went, we woke up. It was like -4 or something. Then we got there, it was like 0 degrees. That was with wind chill, but
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was something.
But it was a lot of fun to be at, because not only did we finally get to meet some fellow craft beer TikTok people face to face. We met Jordan from the Beer Dabbler. We met KJ from Women Drinking Beer, and we met I forget his name from the brewery travel guide. I forget his name.
You're talking about because he had his dad with him, right?
He had his uncle.
Our uncle.
Yeah. But all of them were really cool people, and it's just, he came from California, that guy, to go there. And it's just really cool how, how close-knit, I've definitely made some new friendships because of craft beer TikTok, and just like the people that you meet along the way during the craft beer TikTok, and it was fun to finally meet some people and some fellow creators, so.
Yeah, it was nice that you knew the guy that was running the event for the Beer Dabbler, because he instantly we went in. He directed us to 2 breweries that he highly suggested, and I'm glad that he did, because they were in the way back, so nobody was really going to them yet.
Yeah, and we basically spent so we had the VIP ticket, which meant that we got into the festival an hour early, and we spent the majority of that hour at the one table, and it was Portage Brewing. And those guys there, fantastic guys.
Yeah, it was
and they make some absolutely delicious beer.
Yeah, it was the owner, and then he had his son-in-law
with him. Yeah,
they were just, even if it wasn't beer, just talking to them was awesome.
Yeah,
they have a really good story, and so we're hoping to have them on the podcast at some point.
Yes, definitely.
They offered to
come on,
connect us with some beer and be able to talk with them. And I mean, just talking with them at the event was awesome. I didn't want to leave because I just loved hearing their story.
Yeah.
And plus their beer, they had a coffee cake beer.
Coffee cake blonde ale, right?
Yes.
And it was that was my favorite beer of the festival. I'll say that.
It was up there with like Daybreak or even the carrot cake, just being just really delicious.
God, it was such a good beer.
I know. They had another one that was good. They had like a stout, right? But I don't remember what it was. I'd have to look at my Untapped.
I'll have to look at the Beer Dabbler Festival. That's the first time. Every other beer festival out there should make their own app where the people can rate the beers that are going to be at the festival in that app instead of switching back to Untapped.
Well, the Columbus one, they were adding stuff. They had like a page on Untapped for you to be able to go in and do it.
Really?
Well, yeah, but the problem is that they didn't get everybody that was there to submit their things into it, so they couldn't do not everything was on there. But I think that's even better. I think having their own app for the event was great, but to have something that automatically puts it into Untapped was even, I think, a little bit cooler. But yeah, it was essentially just its own list for it.
I think my wife just got home.
You want to pause for a second?
No.
Okay. But yeah, no, it was a great event. Had a lot of fun. I don't know if there was any other breweries we actually sat and talked to. The ones next to them, I think we talked a little bit to. But I can't remember any other breweries that we sat and actually like had a conversation with. I know with Ska Brewing, you kind of mentioned to the lady that you'd had them before. Was it Ska Brewing? No. You know what I'm talking about? It was on the left side. I can't remember who it was, though.
Well, Ska Brewing was gone by the time we got over there.
Okay. I thought you had talked to her.
What the hell are you talking about?
There was somebody. It was on the left side. It was towards the end. You had talked to them, and you were like, yeah, no, I went out that way for my wedding and had Ska Brewing. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it's fine. No biggie.
How's what, 3 weeks ago now?
Maybe you were a little drunk and just can't remember.
That could be too. That could be too.
No, my shoes had like just a tiny. I had boots on, but like they had like the tiniest little hole in them. That about 2 hours in, I started to get water into my shoes.
Oh, dude,
it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't terrible, but it was also kind of uncomfortable. Plus, the lines for the restrooms by that time were god awful. Early on, the amount of stalls they had, I thought it was like, man, this is perfect. But when I got to that point, I was like,
just with how many people showed up, like it's not being picked up. Tommy, my dog yelling is not being picked up. It's probably being TikTok on TikTok, but jeez, my dog loves my wife very, very much, and is very, very excited to see it. She just got back from a Billie Eilish concert,
so she's used to the high screaming voice.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Well, we want to give our Prost rating for this beer.
Yeah. Do you want to tell everybody out there what the Prost rating is?
Oh man, it's been so long. It's been 84 years. I don't know if I can remember it. Anyway, Prost rating scale is our way of rating the beers that we're trying. Not rated to each other, but just over all the beers that we've tried before. And so it's an acronym that stands for P, probably won't drink again. R is regrettable. O is optimistic. S is satisfactory. And T is terrific. And that's the first time I've ever gotten through it without any problems. So
are you serious?
That's a cheers to that.
You kind of messed up there on the beginning.
Yeah. Well, go fuck off. I'm gonna give this. I don't think I've had a lot of like banana boat. I don't think I've had a lot of like just straight up banana smoothie flavor. Ooh, wow, words are not coming out great. So I'm gonna give this a low T.
I'm gonna give this one an S.
Really?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pineapple one a lot more, just because I'm just like not a huge fan of banana.
Fair.
Like that's the only thing. I'm just you know.
But also when it comes
it's
to
a fine beer.
When it comes to these smoothie like ones, it's hard to rate them because like of course they're gonna just taste really good.
I mean, this is honest. These are what we call the fun beers on the show. Like they're
they almost have their own category for the pro scale.
The beer nerds out there turn their nose up to them, and these are just like the fun hype beers.
Oh yes. Yeah. But if you like a banana smoothie, that
is the definition.
That
of
is what you
banana
need.
smoothie beer. So what
does Toppling Life have one? A banana smoothie? They have the strawberry shortcake one that we tried.
Yeah, but that was just a kettle sour. That wasn't
sure,
that wasn't a smoothie beer.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, it was a kettle sour.
Kettle sour. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one though. I see.
That
we
was
got another
absolutely
strawberry
delicious.
shortcake.
Yes,
coming
I'm
up
very
here,
excited.
too.
That's a strawberry cannoli.
Ooh.
I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
I've had a cannoli beer before, and I'm intrigued by that. Oh man, it used to be one of the biggest things my wife and I would do. There was this back in Wadsworth. There was this small bakery, and every year during the Christmas celebration downtown, we would always go there and get a cannoli. And love cannolis. So I'm intrigued by it, and I'm excited for it.
Are you ready to move on to the next one here?
Yes, I am. I'm debating if I want to finish this one, but I'm just going to go for it. Do it.
This is also another one I was looking forward to.
So what is this one?
Did you let me read it here?
Well, you're taking too long.
So this one is another collaboration beer. All of these are. It's Imprint and Corporate Ladder Brewing Company.
Corporate Ladder. That is a name for a brewery.
Yeah.
Corporate Ladder. It feels like they're like against the system.
I mean, their logo is a man doing the like when Superman would Clark Kent would rip open his shirt and there would be the Superman logo. It says that here, but where the Superman logo would be,
I see.
It's
okay.
Quit Work Brew Beer.
Oh, yep, very much, very much against the system.
So this is a sour ale with banana, fig, lemon, and vanilla, and it's a dessert station smoothie. And the guy's holding like a pie in the beer art. So
do you like figs?
I don't think I've ever gotten out of my way to eat figs. Like if it's in something, I think I've just because they usually get covered up by something else. Like
like for the longest time,
like isn't a fig just like a dried plum?
Yeah, like for the longest time, fig Newtons. I never knew.
I love fig Newtons.
I never knew that like fig was an actual like its own little thing. I thought it was just the name of a brand, like Fig Newton. Like they had like this jelly kind of covering. Jeez, that went all over the.
They're made by Nabisco, aren't they?
It might be. I mean, one of those top brands, but I never knew that fig was its own thing up till like when I was older. I was like,
a candied fig. Isn't that like a Christmas treat?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Where they. No, we were talking about this before.
Holy shit.
We had this whole conversation. We had to look up what they were, but I don't think it was figs. I think it was something. Oh.
That's a weird coloration.
Is that just the bubbles? Or is that... That's still really light.
That is a very light beer.
It's almost... I thought maybe it was just the bubbles I was looking at. Oh, did you turn it? Because it's coming out really syrupy now.
Holy shit, I didn't.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I'm a piece of shit.
It's like mine's now coming out really syrupy. I don't know. Do you want to like pour and mix a little bit?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Do it like
do you
remember
get up and get one of the big mugs and then we'll just split it into one of these?
Well, you can. I'm gonna talk from across the room, so TikTok will hear it. Do you remember watch Drake and Josh?
I mean, when I was a kid, yeah.
You were a kid? Yeah, they did this. Am I remember this big one?
No. One of the Cobrafest mugs. Yeah, that's fine. That's the Columbus Crew Stone mug. Yeah, when Stone was trying to figure out if they were coming to Ohio or not, and they decided not to.
So they made a whole thing for it, but didn't actually commit. No, in Drake and Josh, their biggest thing is that like they would each get a different soda, and they would mix them together back and forth until they mix completely, and then drink it. So that's what we're doing essentially here, but it's the same beer.
I got all these glasses essentially. I think all the glasses I got here except for the Prairie and I guess. So half the glasses here I got at Goodwill. This is one of those mugs. Got it for $1. Isn't that crazy?
I feel weird. I feel like it's gonna be all foam by the time I'm done.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I feel like this is gonna be all ahead by the time I'm done pouring this. Hey.
Ooh. This definitely looks more milky.
It's still that really light color that I wasn't expecting. but not as much as what yours was. Yours was like a clear light, but it's. Ooh, I'm sorry. Okay, so what was it again? It was banana. Oh, it's still banana. I'm still getting
Banana,
that banana.
fig, lemon, and vanilla.
I'm still getting the banana. I mean, they really like their banana, don't they? No, this smells like the other one.
This doesn't smell exactly like the other one. I think the other one had more of that banana thing going on for it.
No, I'm still just getting maybe just a hint of lemon, but no, I'm still getting just the banana.
I'm gonna go for it.
All right.
That tastes like unripe banana.
Yeah, well, I think it's the lemon coming through. I think
Is that what it is?
I think it's like the sourness of the lemon coming through to it.
I don't really care for this one.
No, it still kind of tastes like I think you're right, like an unripe banana. Like when you make a banana smoothie and it's an unripe banana, that's what I'm getting here. All right, your wife says that I hate it, and that you're not.
Well,
wrong.
I don't really care for it either. I'll say that.
It's a lot lighter though. It's not heavy and smoothie.
No, fuck that. That's an R, dude. I don't want to drink this.
I wouldn't go an R.
This isn't good.
Compared to the other one, yes. Man, that's rough. I'm gonna go an R as well.
Don't give it an R.
Don't give it an R.
I'm gonna give it an R.
Don't do it. I don't know. It just like I always want it to be optimistic because I feel like if this were coming out of tap, maybe a little bit better. I feel like I always hate going an R or P because, which I don't always do, but I feel like I should always be optimistic. I should always except unless it's the Warhead. I'm not optimistic about that.
This is
No.
No, thank you.
I mean, the more I drink about it, Drink about it. That's a new slogan. Yeah. No. I'm going to dump it like a toxic ex-girlfriend.
I'm going to slide that right there.
Yeah. I also think we had a really high standard for the banana coming into it.
I didn't have any standards for these.
Well, that's right. You don't like banana. I got no help for you. Now that it's settled, it looks the same as the other one.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
We don't have the image to see it, but
this little bit I have left is 3 times darker than this one.
Darker, or it looks more yellow? It looks lighter. Okay. I think your standard of darker is different than mine. I don't know. You gave me the Festivus or the Fistmas cup, so I'm not going to be able to see my next one.
I don't like that. I didn't like that.
So
what?
At the Beer Dabbler,
yeah,
the fact that we weren't able to get drunk, but we were able. Well, we had
like it was a bad thing.
No,
like we drank quite a bit, man.
Well, no, but like if I'm paying like that much money for a ticket,
you want to get shit faced?
What is our only goal when we go back to Who Farted again?
I will probably have 2 or 3 beers. And,
yeah, whatever.
I'll read my Bible.
I'll read the Bible. Give you a good boy, go to church. I just like. It is mind-boggling that like how cold it was what kept us from getting drunk. Because yeah, I think we had. I wouldn't say we had as much beer as
we did
Who
not
Farted,
have as much beer as Who Farted. I'll say that.
But I think we also had more beer than we would expect for a normal like.
Well, it also didn't help that our beer was fucking freezing in the glass.
Yes, that was weird. You would drink a beer and there'd just be like a frozen rim. You'd be like, okay, sure.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll drink this now.
But we pushed the limits at the Beer Fest after the time was up about 10 or 20 minutes afterwards. Well, I was getting my money's worth, so yes. There were people still pouring, so I was like, Lucas, let's go. Until security finally came and was like, no, we're done pouring. No, we went to the mead one several times after the time frame.
Being like it was like I had a say in it.
No. It was all Nate. It was Nate.
I wanted to be a good boy. The festival was over. Nathaniel, it is time for us to leave. You know, these people would like to go home.
Money's worth of it.
These people would like to go home.
I'm gonna go over and be like, "Hey, I want more beer. I paid for it.
I don't want to do that."
But to be real, like what? I mean, Like if you have a half-filled keg, you might as well just pour it out or pour it to people instead of just taking it back, right? Like,
well, most of that stuff's gonna get dumped.
So yeah, so what's the point? Like,
because people have families.
Oh, well, the people there were pouring it because they wanted to pour it, not because they wanted to get out. They were pouring it because they wanted to. They were like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, come over, have another one, have another one." No.
I wouldn't have been.
I wouldn't have went up to somebody and been like, "Give me more," and they'd be like, well, "We're closing up. Give me more." I didn't do that. I went up. I was like, "Hey, you guys still?" I was like, "Hey, you guys still pouring?" And they're like,
"You don't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
almost getting into a fight?"
I didn't almost get into a fight.
You grabbed a beer pourer by the collar.
That is,
and
now I know you're fucking with me.
You were like,
"Stop!
Pour me another beer, you motherfucker! I paid money to be here. You are a worker. You are beneath me.
You will
fill up
me,
my
peasant.
glass now."
That is not, for disclosure, that is not a real thing.
I don't know. Is it? You tell me.
That is not. I remember everything up past the asking to get in the guy's car from the cookie vendor. Everything else, I remember very well.
If we got in that car, our organs would have been harvested.
Harvested for cookies, right?
Yeah. For next year's Girl Scout cookies.
That's why that girl is always in the top of the Girl Scout cookies, because her dad's harvested the organs and gives the money to her. Anyway, back to beer. Let's go ahead for this next one.
Yeah, go ahead and grab it. It's closer to you.
I gotta move my mic for this, though.
Yeah, okay.
That's a lot of work. All right, so this is, I'm not gonna lie, definitely read it as stuffed coochie.
I'm sorry, what?
But yep, I know. Don't want to talk about it. I think it's because of the the Big Beaver Brewing that we were just talking about a little bit ago.
Yeah, the Big Beaver Brewing.
Yeah, I think you spoiled
the
my
Hoochie
mind.
Coochie Kolsch.
So this is a sour ale with white chocolate and strawberry cannoli.
You're not going to say who is in collaboration with?
Okay. Nate is not that aggressive when it comes to beer, by the way.
Christ.
Yes. Sorry. We talked about the fact that we were going to read questions after the podcast, but you know what? I feel like I'm being personally attacked, so I'm just going to say. You don't want to admit that I did not attack the person.
He didn't attack the
there
person.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the truth comes out.
Thank you. This is a collaboration between Claim 52 and Imprint Brewing. And Claim 52, they do a whole stuffed series. And I would love to try some more of that.
It must be pretty good when it comes to Thanksgiving time.
Why?
Stuffed turkey.
Ha. Ha ha ha.
It wasn't meant to be a joke. It was real.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you bastard.
Oh, we forgot to do it again. Okay, well.
I can get another big one.
Well, yours is big enough to put it all in. Yeah, send me that.
Oh my God, it's pink.
I would not have expected this. This is the plot twist right here. Okay, maybe yours was not big enough. Giggity.
Should no. How much is in there?
About this much.
Oh shit.
I mean, that still looks
Not
good enough to do it. I'm gonna let you pour that into my next one, though.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Dude, get the big one. Get a big one.
Get a big one.
Get a big one so we can put all of it in there. I don't trust myself pouring from that one into the next one. Oh, God, it's going over the edge, Nate.
What do you even mean? That's your fault.
It's your fault. Oh, my God, this smells absolutely delicious.
Okay, what do you mean a big one? We don't have any. Oh, they're down here. Whoa.
Nate, there's a puddle.
Okay, well, see, now that's your fault. You were the one keeping an eye on it. That's like you watching the child and be like, honey, the child threw up.
I don't.
I'll see, your wife is ready. Your wife is ready to bring you a towel.
I don't.
Toss it over.
Thank you, my love. Yeah. Oh, babe. It's for your nose.
It's for your nose. All right. Got it. This is what happens when you leave Lucas in charge of things. Like,
yeah.
Like, come on.
I'll say this: it is absolutely fucking delicious.
Did you drink? Oh yeah, that's right. You had.
I had to save it,
you had
man.
The phone.
Yeah.
You're right. All right. I think we would have been fine just pouring whatever was in yours.
I think you're wrong.
God, that smells so good.
It's so fucking good, man.
Smells good. It does just smell like a strawberry shortcake. I'm
it's
intrigued
probably,
to see.
I mean, I'm sure they
I'm
put the
intrigued to see
cannoli
what
on there for fucking.
the cannoli aspect of it.
No, it's.
Okay, here we go. This is all head.
Ew.
Whew. Yes, it's all head. Okay, I'm gonna let mine fizzle out for a little bit here.
Yeah, and I will.
I'm sorry. What? Okay, no. Okay. We need a little bit of a ratio change here.
Are you kidding me? You gonna steal my beer?
Yes. After you got to have a pre-slurp.
Slurp. So, is there anything else you wanted to add about the beer dabbler? I'll say this. I had a.
You say like there's something else other than me getting lost when I went to go use the restroom.
Yeah, I don't know where you went. I just continued to drink beer.
We never made it to the food section, which is probably good because we probably saved money. Because we went to a hotel to get food.
No,
we got more quality food though.
I'm not going to say that we didn't get more quality food.
I'm
going to say the reason that we decided not to go to the food trucks is because if we were at the food trucks, there was no beer tents around the food trucks.
Yeah, that's fair. It would have been. Do you think it'd be smart for them to put it in between all the different
I
like
think
mix it up
yes,
a little bit?
Yes, I think if they were to do like 2 or 3 food trucks between each section,
yeah,
and then maybe just put all of the bathrooms in one area.
I do think spreading out the beer tents a little more would have been better.
They
for
had.
Sure.
I don't understand.
I mean, they had a side, and then back.
They had a whole fucking. They had the whole state fairgrounds to play with.
Yeah, I think it definitely would have been smarter to definitely separate them a little bit more, because it did get really crowded, especially when the herd made its way around to a certain point.
Yeah,
it got.
Yeah.
And there's no good way to eliminate that horde. Because people are always going to go to the first one and just follow people around until it gets to it. But I'm so glad he told us to go. Go to this one.
I'm also glad we didn't go to Drecker. We didn't go to the Drecker tent, did we?
No, because they were towards the beginning,
and they were jam packed because people wanted the Drecker beers.
Yeah, but they also didn't run out.
But little did they know, we get Drecker in Ohio. So
hey.
Excuse me. But
I wanted to taste a little bit of the.
No, it's absolutely delicious.
You're not wrong. I still got like this much head there. You're already drinking. Okay, you're already drinking it. It's cool.
It's. God, that's such a good beer.
Yeah, no, the whole event, the Beer Dabbler Winterfest was great. I think it would have been better if it hadn't been so freaking cold.
You can't help that.
No. It's nothing against them. Easily. I think I would have been. Well, I can't say better because I didn't get as drunk as I thought I was going to because I think it was the coldness.
Yeah.
That's so fair. I think that maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a blessing. If my shoes didn't have holes in them, it probably would have been a better experience.
You should have done what I did, man.
I'm also curious of what ratio of all the puddles that were on the ground were beer or water.
Oh, it was a mix.
I want to know what the ratio was for
that. Your TikTok idea did very well.
I saw that. I went back and looked at it. I was like, okay.
That did very well. That was a fantastic idea that you had.
It was. It was a drunk idea that I had. So. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, definitely go to our TikTok and look at the Beer Dabbler video we made. We did about 5 different, maybe more, 6 or 7 cuts of it.
Yeah, and
we couldn't get it right because
it
doesn't know how to pour beer into someone's mouth.
Oops.
Thank you for that. I think at one point we had a lady who saw, was it me or you, laying on the ground when we were pouring beer into the mouth, came over, is like, I want to do it too. And she was drunk. I was like,
no?
No.
How about no? No, it was a good time, and if we're able to do it next year, I wouldn't mind, even if we take an extra day. Like straight up, I wouldn't mind. I know it'd be a fucking road trip.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't mind driving up there,
visiting places on the way,
because it'd be what a 50. It was like what a 15-hour drive.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was about
you and I take two 7.5 hour shifts.
Compared to you, what said was like a 7-hour drive.
If it was a 7-hour drive, we would have gone.
It's like a 7-hour drive.
We would have drove. We would have drove if it was a 7-hour drive.
I don't think that's right.
I got confused. Wisconsin. I confused Wisconsin and Minnesota.
That's fair. That's fair.
But no, we definitely could have. I think we still could have drove.
If we had more, I think even more than an extra day we would need. If we had like maybe 4 or 5 days to take the trip up there, enjoy.
Maybe 2 days driving, and then
down.
I guess we'd have to take 2 days driving back. No, we should still fly. We should.
Yeah, we were lucky with finding good tickets, but when we were down there,
$200
we did try
round
to
trip.
visit
You
some
can't
of the
beat
other
that.
breweries. What were the breweries we tried?
The only one that really comes to mind is we went to Dual Citizen.
Yeah, Dual Citizen. Gosh, okay, yeah, you're right. I can't remember any others. We tried to go to one, and they were having like a corporate party, and us not being used to the temperature in Minnesota, we walked all the way to this place. It wasn't far, but it was cold.
It was cold. The wind
was
was blowing.
In shorts running by. We're like, okay, these people are native. So it was.
And like we got in there, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we're not letting any other people out," and it was like, "Oh, we're not letting we're closed for a private event." We're like, listen, we totally get it. Can we please stand here and wait for our lift to get here?
Yes, they were nice enough to let us. They seemed hesitant on it, but they were like, yeah,
we're not going to do anything.
Don't go anywhere.
We're just going to stand right here and call a lift. That's all we want, please. And they let us in there just to stand and get warm.
Gosh, I wish, because we went to 3 breweries.
We went to 3 breweries. I know.
I cannot remember the other 2.
I can't remember the other 2. It's probably.
I'm sure I put them in my Untapped.
I was
going to
say.
Where my phone's.
Your phone's right there. Yeah.
The one we're reading the text from.
My phone's over there.
Yeah. Huh. But yeah, I would like to dedicate more time to be able to go visit breweries.
Oh yeah. And also, it would have been cool if it just worked out, because I think it would be a blast to see like the Columbus Blue Jackets play the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota.
Yeah, well, we tried to. Was it Dual Citizen? We tried to get the Minnesota game because they were playing somebody.
They were playing Florida.
Yeah, they were playing Florida, and those are 2 pretty top teams. So we wanted to see how that was going, but they didn't have it, unfortunately, because the NHL sucks at broadcasting games. So.
I don't understand why it's that hard to get. You're in the state.
You're in the state.
You're in the state of the team that's playing. Like,
which kind of makes me wonder. They said Hulu, but I feel like
ESPN Plus. The Blue Jackets.
There should have been a local channel that had it.
The Blue Jackets have had a couple of games that have only been on ESPN Plus and not Bally.
That's so dumb.
It's bullshit.
That is so dumb. If I lived here, I should be able to watch the game.
I'm gonna let you know. The only reason I have cable is for like local sports.
Yeah.
So I can watch Columbus Crew games when they're away, or I can watch Blue Jackets games when they're away, or home, and I didn't get tickets to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to be taking my first sip here in a little bit. I have now at a 50-50 ratio of head
just go
to
for it.
beer.
Just go for it. But I don't think, I mean, the Winter Beer Dabbler Festival was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for the sign. But I mean, I would very much like to try to go back next year. I had a ton of fun. And you know,
are we going to take the sign and wear it as a cape next time?
No.
No?
No, we'll get a new sign. We'll take their new logo.
Also, what's my number on my pin? I want to find my goon real quick.
Your loon.
My goon.
Yeah,
it was. We're talking about hockey, sorry.
768, right?
768. 768. If you're out there listening, hit me up.
I think it was bullshit.
You don't think it was a real thing?
I think it was bullshit.
You think it was all a mental game?
I think it was all a mental game to get people to talk about the loons. And be straight up, like, I think it's a genius marketing idea, but I think there was maybe 2 or 3 numbers out there that matched up, and the first number that matched up and came to them probably got gifted like season tickets or something like that, and then the other ones would get scarves or merch.
Would you be caught wearing one of those scarves at a crew game?
At a crew game, absolutely not. Out and about, yeah. Wouldn't matter.
Yeah, there was a lot of breweries in oh my gosh, still can't think of the name of the area.
What are you talking about?
Not of the city. It wasn't what we stayed in. Do you remember the name of the city in Minnesota that we stayed, or not Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah, we were in Minnesota.
Yeah,
right?
Minnesota, dude.
The whole time
Beers
we were
hit
in
me.
Minnesota.
Yeah, what was the name of the area that we were in?
What do you
St.
mean?
Paul.
St. Paul. Yeah,
That's what we
yeah.
were trying to think of earlier.
Yeah.
We couldn't think of the name.
Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Yeah. We couldn't
The
think
Twin
of St. Paul,
Cities.
though. We could think of Minneapolis, but we couldn't think of St. Paul. So we were sitting here struggling for the first couple minutes of this podcast,
Jesus Christ.
trying to figure out what it was. But no, there was a lot of breweries there that I was intrigued by, but we just didn't get the opportunity to go to. So I would like to get that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Future road trip for sure.
Or flight.
Or flight. Or teleportation.
Or if we can, finally get that that bullet train up and moving.
Yes. Though that'll only go to Chicago, so we'll still have to drive the other way.
It's well, getting to Chicago. I mean, Chicago.
I would take Chicago, yeah.
If we were to get the bullet train to Chicago, and then we rented a car in Chicago, it wouldn't be a 15-hour drive anymore because Chicago's what, 6 hours from here?
Going to be sitting on cinder blocks.
Because Chicago's what, 6 hours from here?
Yeah, that's why when you said 7 hours to Minneapolis, I was like,
Because I got confused about Wisconsin.
I was like, what?
I forgot Wisconsin was a thing.
Right?
I forgot Wisconsin existed.
Sorry,
But,
Wisconsin.
Yeah, no, it was a great time at the Beer Dabbler Festival. I want to mention yesterday I worked the Columbus Brew Fest. I represented the brewery that I work for, Crooked Can, and that was a blast. It was at COSI, which is what basically it's for everybody, right? But it's
you asking about a science center?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like it's technically for everybody, but it's like targeted towards kids type thing.
Yeah, I mean it's equivalent to like the Museum of Science and Industry, and I like the one in Chicago a lot more. I think it's better made, but it's just STEM.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
It was a lot of it was a lot of fun. It was my first time ever being there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they had just
Okay.
had some like cool displays. We walked through the they have the science behind Marvel.
Oh, so that was there.
That was there. Yeah,
They did have the Marvel exhibit.
Yeah.
You could go into it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We
that
were
would've
we were
worth it.
setting up, and we just did
It's
a quick
cool,
walk through
right?
of the Marvel. Oh God, it was awesome.
It is awesome.
It is
We-
awesome.
I
They
mean,
had like costumes. I don't know if they're like from the movie or they're modeled.
Yeah, they are.
They're like
from- yeah.
legit
Yeah.
costumes.
So it was originally in Chicago, and that's when Abby and I went to go see it. And then they just recently came to Columbus, and Abby's friend Maria got us tickets to it.
Did you go?
Yeah, we went a second time easily.
Yeah.
Hands down. Oh, it's a great exhibit.
It's so cool.
Like if you're in any way, shape, or form interested in Marvel or comics, it's amazing.
I wanted to go to the DC one, but I missed it.
Where was that at?
I was there. It was like
Oh, that was there
It was
too?
like February to the end of February.
Gotcha.
It's like a 3-week thing.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing exhibit. So if it ever comes to your city, I highly recommend you go to the Marvel exhibit. It was good. Yeah, they have costumes that are from the actual production. So
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize. I thought they were just like model costumes because I feel like Disney would keep that shit under wraps.
that's fair. That's fair. But I mean, some of them were out before.
Are you using a sticker as a coaster?
No. It just happened to be on it. I mean, technically, aren't we for all these anyway? I mean,
yeah, I guess that's fair.
I think, like even before Disney, because like Iron Man had this suit there too, and those were before Disney even acquired them. So I'm sure.
I think the suits that they had there that were the Iron Man suits were the
No, they were from Iron Man 3.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. They were from the ones before
From the worst
Avengers.
Iron Man?
Huh?
What was the worst Marvel movie?
The worst Marvel movie
Yeah.
or the worst Iron Man?
Worst Marvel movie.
That is really tricky. Go first because you might set something in my mind. Hold on. What was the one? Sorry for spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched any of these. What was the one where where Iron Man was going through the PTSD from Avengers 1? Was that the second one or the third one? I think it was the second
3.
one. Was it 3? No, it was.
He
it was
didn't.
2.
No.
Where he has the kid, where he meets that kid.
That's 3.
Is it 3? I didn't think
Because Iron Man 3 led into the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with those people that like had the power like course through them and then they shot it out type thing, that orange glowing thing. Because that was like the main thing that they solved in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Was 3 the one with the guy who
the president
was,
that was tied up like this And he had all of the Iron Man suits that came out, and they were all for different things. And then he did the clean slate program and destroyed all of the Iron Man
remember
suits.
that. No, I think the second one is the one with the guy with the power,
Whiplash?
the electricity. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Iron Man 2 was that was when he was doing the poison. He had the toxins from the.
Okay. Yeah, I think
the arc reactor.
I liked like seeing especially after seeing Avengers, like seeing him go through that, but like.
Well, it wasn't because what he went through. It was that last, that dream sequence that he had. That was the main thing where he saw all of the Avengers dead.
Yeah.
And that's what he was worried about, and then that's why he was. That's what set up Captain America: Civil War, essentially, when he was like, "We need to build a suit of armor around the world."
My least favorite, probably Thor.
The first Thor?
Yeah, first Thor.
I thoroughly enjoyed the first Thor. Because you see his evolving through the whole thing, where he's this like the classic Norse god, and he's got the cup of coffee and he throws it on the ground. He's like, another, and then he turns into like this giant goofball who's calling out people on Fortnite.
It took me a while to get used to that actor, like just liking.
Hemsworth.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of him originally.
Oh, dude, he killed.
He always
Thor.
came off really pretentious, and just that was like
that was
how
Thor.
I saw him. Yeah, and I get that. Like, just the actor in general came off very pretentious. I was like, I don't know if I really like this guy that much. And then I watched him. I was like, okay, you know what? I actually really like him a lot. And
my least favorite movies of Marvel, and they're close together. It's either Iron Man 2 or Thor 2, The Dark World.
The Dark World is where... Isn't that where Asgard gets attacked by what's her name?
No, that's 3.
That's 3.
That's Ragnarok.
That's Ragnarok.
Dark.
It's been
2
forever
is
since
like
we've been through all of them.
with the dark elves.
Okay. Okay. My wife and I are currently watching Loki.
That's a good show.
I am enjoying it very much. We just finished WandaVision, so we're working on Loki.
WandaVision was fantastic.
Well, we're doing it just because of the new Doctor Strange coming out, and I feel like anything that has to do with alternate realities or any
you
kind
watched
of
the new Spider-Man,
that stuff
right?
have to, yeah. You have to watch those first. So we're working on it. But
the Loki show is very, very good, and I was to be completely honest, I didn't think Owen Wilson was going to be good in the Marvel universe.
It blew my mind.
But he fucking kills it.
He's blowing my mind right now. I'm already very impressed by it.
Wow. Wow. Need my jet ski magazine.
He hasn't said wow yet, so I am waiting for that.
I think
moment.
he does it once.
Really?
Because of the whole bit.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah, no, we're about halfway because it's only like 8 episodes, right? Yeah, we're about halfway through it now. But anyway, we got sidetracked here really hard. Ooh.
God, I love Marvel.
Man.
I could talk forever about Marvel.
Maybe we'll have a future episode where we'll have Marvel-based.
You want to talk about the Doctor Strange conspiracy theories? Because I have
no, don't even get.
I've got my whole theory. I've got my whole theory about Doctor Strange.
Don't even start it right now because that will be a never-ending thing. We could talk about it later, or we can do a whole Marvel-based like beer podcast one time.
Yeah, we'll do.
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun one. I won't be very good at it because my understanding of Marvel is very basic, but you know what? This is the guy that went 3 or 4 years past Endgame without ever getting a spoiler for not Endgame, but the one before that.
Yes, because we had to have our own separate private friend group chat about it.
Even on social media, anything.
I can't believe you dodged that.
I am a master at dodging spoilers.
You know what? I haven't finished the Halo campaign yet, and I am surprised I haven't had it spoiled for me.
Really? Yeah, I'm a master at like avoiding spoilers. Maybe it's because I'm not completely on social media all the time and I don't follow the right people for it, but yeah.
But accidentally somebody could just be like, wow, I can't believe this happened in blah blah blah.
The only thing that got spoiled for me was Spider-Man himself. It was the Mr. Stark.
Oh.
Was the Mr. Stark, I don't feel so well.
Oh.
And that was the only thing that got spoiled for me. I didn't understand what it meant.
Well, that became a giant meme.
Yeah, but I didn't understand what it meant. I was like, oh, okay. He must die. But I didn't understand what it meant. I didn't know about everybody disintegrating. I didn't know anything about it.
He got snapped.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that until I watched Endgame. Or not Endgame, but the one before it. What was Endgame? What was before Endgame?
Infinity War?
Infinity War, yeah.
Which, by the way, is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
And it sets it up. And I love it. That's the thing that I really enjoyed about Marvel, because in every other Marvel movie, even if it's your first superhero, the good guy is always going to win. And
so they really twisted it on this one to be like, oh, they lost.
And they lost. And they didn't lose like by a little bit. They lost hard.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to continue talking about Marvel here, but I want to say that I wasn't a big fan of Age of Ultron. I thought it was
Are
good.
you serious?
I thought it was good setting people up and just like building on the characters, but like itself, I didn't think was that great as compared to all the other Avengers.
If you watch Age of Ultron and then you go back and watch WandaVision,
no, that I could understand.
yeah,
but like that's what I mean. Like developing the characters, I thought it was good, but like it itself, I feel like Ultron just was kind of like the Darth Maul.
Well,
thing.
that's
So just like he was here and then
that
gone.
sets up.
Was Ultron not that big of a character, big of a villain that they didn't want to develop on him?
He was a big villain, but
so why they could have developed
because
on
that
him.
movie set up Civil War.
Again, I feel like they could have developed more on him.
Yeah. Also,
Ultron came and went. And
also, the guy who
fuck,
I forget his name. I can only think of his character name in when he was in The Office.
Now I'm trying to think of who was in The Office that was in these.
It was Bobby California. He was one of the
the guy from Blacklist. Is that who you're talking about? The guy
yeah,
that does yeah.
I'm the fucking Lizard King.
Anyway,
he did fantastic as that voice actor for that.
Was he Ultron?
He was Ultron.
He was Ultron.
He was Ultron.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And
then.
Ultron was just like he
That's what
wasn't
I mean,
like a crazy scientist villain. He was just like a fucking good villain. Like
and that's why I wish they would have developed more on him. But
like that, the first time that I watched the when he was singing the Pinocchio song, I Have No Strings on Me, and it's like the shambling.
Yeah.
I was like, that gives me goosebumps. Spoiler alert to a movie that came out
at this
10 years
point,
ago?
if you're listening to a beer podcast, you just got spoiled all of the Marvel things. That's on you.
But anyway.
Yeah, I do want to do a beer podcast at some point where we have back to the beer podcast. But
the beer fest yesterday at the Kosai Center was absolutely fantastic, and we met some cool people from 50 West Brewing and Sonder Brewing. So, because we were stuck between both of them.
Well, Lucas, I have a new fun game we're gonna play
here
before.
Yes. Oh, do we want to give the pros rating on this real quick before we?
Well, shoot, we didn't. I've only taken a couple sips.
Because I only took a couple sips of this because I'm saving this one for the toast at the end of the podcast.
I'm gonna go for a tea. Just a tea.
I'm going to give it a tea as well. This is absolutely delicious. It's a little bit creamier, which I think is supposed to be the cannoli aspect of it. But
I still get a strawberry shortcake vibe from it.
No, I was going to say. I was like, it's coming through as strong strawberry shortcake, but it's got that rich creaminess to it.
Yeah.
It's like, personally, I prefer the Toppling Goliath strawberry shortcake.
Really?
Over this one.
Okay.
But it was more of that straight strawberry shortcake feeling than this rich creaminess from it.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, what's my beer of the night? The lowest one would probably be the middle one there.
My least favorite one of tonight would be the dessert station.
No, the desert station?
Not the desert station.
Damn,
dessert station.
you're missing out on it. My number 2 would then be the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, the
banana
trip or whatever it is.
Yeah. And last one being the cannoli.
Yeah, the strawberry chocolate cannoli was just, oh my God, it was absolutely fantastic.
I'm still sitting on this one because it's good. Yeah, unfortunately, the middle one still, we're about the same level there.
Yeah, I'm not drinking that.
Ugh. All right, well, we'll do our cheers of the night here.
Yeah, let's do the cheers of the night.
Or day. We haven't quite figured that out yet.
So, my first cheers is going to be all of the people that we met at the Beer Dabbler Festival. Thank you so much for being a very generous host to us. I would say that. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time we see you. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have any Oh, cheers myself. I can think of. I honestly, maybe I want to give a cheers just to Portage Brewery themselves, because just sitting and talking to them was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time with us. So here's to Portage Brewing.
Yeah,
and hopefully we can get them on the show.
I want to give a cheers to
Booze and Shenanigans.
Yeah, Booze and Shenanigans.
Yeah, absolutely.
For having us on their show.
Yeah.
So cheers to Booze and Shenanigans for shenanigans. To Derek, Adrian, and Corey. Right?
Corey, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for having you guys' show. It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. So cheers. I guess
that's all I got.
Our final cheers just to everybody who's out there listening.
And to everybody on TikTok.
Any platforms. So even on TikTok, those who are watching us on TikTok.
Yeah, we are going to be broadcasting our shows live on TikTok, and we are going to be able to address everything in chat after the show. So if there's ever a chance that you want to watch us live, please join us on TikTok.
Pint Pals Podcast.
Pint Pals Podcast on TikTok, and hopefully we'll be getting back into the swing of things. We'll be recording maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks. Yep. So
cheers.
Cheers. Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, looks like that brings us to another end to the Pint Pals Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
I'm drunk.